I'm really excited to be able to debate this question in particular, this issue of net zero by 2050 for three reasons. One is this idea of committing to net zero by 2050 is right now by far the dominant idea guiding energy policy in the world. Two, I think it's really, really wrong, not only in its pure total form, but even John is not advocating it in its pure form at all, but even in partial form, directional form, I think it's responsible for today's energy crisis. And so that's one reason I think it's very destructive. And then the third thing is that I think I have an alternative, which is energy freedom. So before I get into my arguments for this position, I just want to clarify terms. So when I say net zero by 2050, what I'm referring to is the consensus, political consensus view of this, which is being pursued around the world right now, which is that governments should commit to using their power, their coercive power, telling us what to do, to rapidly eliminate new CO2 being added to the atmosphere. So through 2050, we're less and less and less CO2 is supposed to be added to the atmosphere. Until 2050, none is. Now, theoretically, what you could do is you could use a ton of fossil fuels and you could suck it out of the air. But the consensus is that that is not going to work at that scale, and I agree with that. So in practice, net zero by 2050 as a real commitment means rapidly eliminating most fossil fuel use.